maibere, namna maibere, ayo, di, namna maibere, ayo, di, yeah, 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 ay ako.
An old township situated in the northeastern suburb of Johannesburg, and Alexandra is one of the old townships that many icons settled, like Nelson Mandela when he came from Kulu. He first settled in the 1940s, and we also have many other political icons, sportsmen and women, musicians that originated from Alexandra. So it is a place that one would describe it as a
mecca of sports, a mecca of politics, a mecca of culture, a mecca of everything. It's more like an initiation place for all the people that you meet, particularly in South Africa and the world. Mandela was initiated in Alexandra Township.
That's what's unique about us. And Alex is a place where it's open for everyone to come in and live here. So I would say it's a starter pack of young black people that come to Joburg and trying to establish themselves. So they start here and they grow and they go to some other places as well.
Rachel is a mother. She's a businesswoman and a tourist guide, and Rachel is a facilitator. She's an assessor. The company that I started is Cabo Travel and Tours. I'm a director and founder. We are two in the company. My daughter Piggy is also a director in the company. So what we do, we almost help each other with whatever financials and going to do business marketing and development. And my experience mostly is that I like to interact and collaborate with other people. Okay, the JOZI walk, we actually applied as a company to be involved in providing a sightseeing walk for the community and for tourists. That walk that we did was for infrastructure highlights and also the culture and heritage. What is interesting about the walk was that we shared more insights on the history of Alexandra, and we educated our people about sites of attraction in Alex, and we had different story narrators who also shared their experiences about the history itself. And we met at Yarona building where the Alex Theatre, it's called Olive Tree Theatre, is based, where we sort of like gave an outline of what's going to be happening during the walk, the do's and don'ts. And then we therefore continued to the mall, the Pan-Africa Mall, which is also just opposite where we convened. And the mall gave us a clue about what, Alexandra is in terms of economic, the shops, all that is sold there. We also passed Catholic Church, which is called St. Hubert's. It's also one of the oldest churches in Alex. It was established as early as 1930s. We went down to Alexandra Health Committee. Alexandra Health Committee, most of it, it was established in 1916. The Alexandra Health Committee, Liaison Committee, then was the one that administered the township. And then we continued on Alfred Nzo Street via the hostel M1 hostel, which is the oldest hostel, established in 1969. And the hostel's history is very rich in terms of labor, immigrants, those who come from rural areas settled there in the early 1970s, 80s. And the other part, we went to the Alex market. And I'm going to introduce Tony. Tony is the one who is responsible for this project, and he will tell us more about the art market.
Good morning, my name is Tony Mabaso. I'm the founder of Alex Art Market. At Alex Market is an initiative that I'm trying to give a space to other upcoming SMMEs, such as myself. I grew up here at Tusong Youth Center.
The Alex Art Market is a hub where is catering the upcoming SMMEs to sell their product. In the moment, we have 10 upcoming designers, not only designers, but the crafters, the visual arts that we're having here. And once a month, we have exhibition where they sell their product so they can generate income and to contribute in the economical GDP. Building this place, we started last year on October to develop the market. We're hoping by next year we'll be finished.
The Alex market is based in Tusong, and we had Ben Mhlongo, which was one of our mentors who, during our times in the early 80s, facilitated some programs for Tusong.
Tusong Youth Center came up because of the International Year of the Child 1979. Tusong also gave an opportunity to say to a black child, Alexandra, it's not at the end of the world. Tusong gave me an opportunity to be in Harlem for some time. And without such places in a township like Alexandra, including also black consciousness, we are lost.
And then we continued again. We via Alex Nkopano Community Center, a center that was established in the late 80s. I think 1986, 87. And the center serves the purpose of, community activities within the township. And we had activities such as dance by, youth from Alex. And after that, we continued. We went to the Heritage Center, and the Heritage Center is the interpretation center of Alex history, where we learn about the history of Alexandra and the people, ordinary people of Alex and the icons. So the Heritage Center is a museum that aims to share the rich history of Alexandra.
You are all welcome here. This is the Alex Heritage Center, better known as Nelson Mandela Interpretation Center. Nelson Mandela used to live here in 1942. So opposite this building, there's a house over there. There's a blue plug over there at number 46 7th Avenue. It's where Mandela used to stay. Bana, the Chocolate Heritage Center. Welcome.
Thank you. Let's come in. We learned so much from the museum itself. It displayed the ordinary people, the history, and it tells the story of Alex. And that's where we ended our work. So our work was all about education and sharing information and highlighting the importance of walking, rather than using transport. And I think the community was very delighted to be involved in this work. And the future is that it will continue. We will share, and we will actually have more of these kind of works, because these works, they make interaction between the community and the people themselves, leaders and the small businesses.